close that up. We'll get started here in a second, but we're gonna review this. I got such a massive delay on my iPad. I apologize, I'm still shooting on my phone because I don't have a computer. Once I get a computer, then we can have a much nicer live stream setup. But phone it is for right now. And I'm using my iPad to see questions because last time I couldn't see that. But there's a huge delay between the two. Today, we're going to take a look at the Compex Ayre. I've got a few other products we're going to be going over. Tell you about some of the video ideas I have, see if you like them. And then just anytime you have a question, shout it out. I think chat works. Yeah. So for that one person that's watching right now, one, I appreciate you hopping on. Let me know who you are, where you're from. It's always good to connect with people. So, Time is 11:57. So we'll give this a couple minutes. Also, something we're going to be taking a look at. Put that over there. I gotta get rid of that. That's really annoying to have in the shot because it's not all the way in the shot. It's kind of dumb looking. Need to put it over there. Fun fact, this is a IKEA pegboard. Way overpriced and it's really shitty. Don't ever buy one. Get a different brand or build one yourself. It would cost you a quarter of the price. That was $100 for that pegboard, and I regret it every single day. Because no matter what you're taking off the pegboard, the hook falls out, and then you have to put it back in. It's just, it sucks. Let's add a comment here. The person that's joined, oh my gosh, that person that's joined is actually probably me. We'll see if anybody joins. This might be a short live stream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's me. So how do you chat? Chat. I have emojis. None of them are any good. although a weird person dabbing might be okay. Boom! I will use a cat. Hey, we got a second person. Well, that first person, I thought I was talking to myself for like 10 minutes because it showed one and I was like, sweet, hey, welcome. Please let me know who you are, where you're from. And then I realized I'm that one person because I'm a moron. Anyway, welcome. Please feel free to ask questions, introduce yourself, let me know where you're from. It's always good to get to know people. As you can see, it's me and you. Don't make it awkward. But we're gonna have some fun, review some good products, a brand new product from Compex. It's not brand new, it's been out for like a month, but it's a really cool product. I'm very fortunate to have it here. And if you train, if you're serious about your training, it's a serious product. And it competes against something that's twice as expensive. All right, well that person left, so that's cool. We'll give it another couple minutes here. We'll see if anything happens. Probably not. Whatever. Da-da. It's quite a big delay. Compex, as you guys know, I've been using Compex products for, I want to say, maybe a decade. So I'm not new to this brand. I'm very familiar with them. And just to give you an honest heads up, I've worked with them many times. I've done videos with them, product shoots. They've given me free product because of that before. In 2014, is that when it was? 2014, I set two Guinness World Records, one for the highest standing jump, that's just a box jump, and the other for the highest standing single leg jump, so a single leg box jump. And they were there to film it all. So I've been known Compex people for quite a while. They've gone through a couple of CEOs. The new one, Brandon Hearn, is a really good dude. I really like him. And the people at Compex are pretty damn cool. Excuse me. Recently, they started coming out with some additional recovery products other than just the normal Compex unit itself, the NMES unit. So now they have a massage gun. And they also have this product, which is the Ayre. And this, have you ever heard of Normatec? I use it all the time. They are compression boots, like graduated compression boots, sleeves, hips, like a hip attachment, but essentially heavy compression to kind of like force out inflammation. And if you've ever used it, they feel amazing. Here's the problem for the average consumer. They're like $1,000. So unless you're sponsored or you're a serious athlete who's willing to invest that kind of money, they are probably out of the price range for your normal person. Hence the need for something like Ayre. Ayre, let's pull this out. Ayre is a compression boot, kind of like Normatec. I'm just going to pull one out for right now. Ayre is a compression boot, very similar to the Normatec Pulse, but other than being a boot that fills with air and does compression, that's kind of where the similarities end. The Normatec Pulse has a big head unit that's where the air pressure cords attach. Those attach to the boots. The boots, as you can see here on the Ayre, they're articulated. The Normatec boots are a full-length boot, which means when you turn them on, you're kind of locked into that position. You can't bend your knee, can't get up and move around at all. So you're in a prone position. Basically, you got to lay down. I'm going to be doing a comparison video between Normatec and Ayre at US Cryotherapy, because I think it's going to be an awesome video to see which one most people prefer. Do they prefer the Ayre or do they prefer Normatec? So going back, like, the Ayre is articulated, which means I can be sitting and I can be working and have this on, which is really cool, because Normatec, I can't really do anything unless it's from a phone or an iPad. I can't be sitting down, no knee bend. Now, the other cool feature that's probably the most promising or enticing feature is that this is battery powered. No need for cords. I don't have to plug into a wall. So, man, if I wanted to take this up into the mountains while I'm sitting at a campfire, I totally could. So that's what this unit is, right? So I can turn it on. Turn it on. Now, I have to do a little more research. Once I turn it on, you can hear the motor going. It's filling everything up. I'm not quite sure what these numbers mean. So you can like set them at different levels. I do know that 100 is going to give you full power, like full squeezy intensity. But I don't know what this one means yet. And here's the thing about Compex that I've complained about before, is their materials that they give you to teach you what to do are kind of shit, right? There's nothing here to explain what do these do. They don't really, so these are chambers, I guess. C1 is a chamber, but I don't really understand, is there a way to like program that they fill up a certain way? Can you fill them all up at F2? So this is what's kind of confusing, and I will do my best to figure it out. So it's just started going. So let's, I'm gonna pop this off and see what happens here. Oh, it comes with a charger, everything else. Let me turn this off real quick. So the two main features that I think are really cool with the Ayre compared to something like Normatec is that, one, it's articulated, which means it's going to be more comfortable. I can sit down, like right now, I could do this with the Ayre on because of this articulation. I will say that thank you, Compex, for sending me this. I didn't buy it. Compex sent it to me. And when companies do send me things, I tell them straight up, hey, you're more than welcome to send me a product, but I have zero obligations to make you a video. I want Compex to keep sending me stuff, so it behooves me to make videos. Plus, this is a really cool product. So, got my shoe off. The build quality of this is like superb. Everything feels really well made. So, I'm just gonna put my, come on foot. The foot chamber already filled up, so it's a little tight. Now, here's the thing. Look, that's as high as it goes. If I were to get one, I would hope they would make a longer length. Like, I would prefer it to come up to my thigh. Like, when I use Normatec, I have to use the extra long ones because I have really long legs. We'll zip that up. Tighten this down. All right, so I mentioned that one of the really cool features is the articulation, but the other feature that's probably the most promising and probably the most inviting for somebody to grab something like a Normatec, but they want something different, is that this is battery powered. So I can take it anywhere. I spent 5 days up at our cabin. It would have been great to sit by a campfire and do this while I'm just chilling with my family. Can't do that with a Normatec. You have to have an outlet. Your leg is going to be stuck in this position, so you can't bend your legs or anything like that. So far, this system, to me, is more inviting than a Normatec for those two features alone. It takes about an hour to charge the battery, or 2 hours to charge the battery, and it gives you an hour of battery life. So, but that's the thing, like, normal sessions on this are about 20 minutes. So an hour is pretty extreme, so you would get 3 sessions out of a charge, and then you gotta fill it up again, which isn't that bad, especially if you use it like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're pretty solid. Now here's the other big selling point of Ayre. So to reiterate, we've got 3 major selling points. 1, it's articulated. 2, it's battery powered. 3, it's $600, and the Normatec Pulse, I think, is a little over 1,000. No, Burpee Yoga Uncle. No, nothing has changed. He's asking me what's going on. So, like, as a creator, once you get 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of watch hours, you're eligible to run ads, make ad revenue, and that's how people make a living off of YouTube. You know, they get a big enough following, they make money from AdSense, and it's a way for me to keep shooting these videos and not have to work and keep a day job. I'm so far from that, but anyway, for the last 6 months, I've not been able to do that. Like, and YouTube support is non-existent. They're horrible. Nobody, regardless of how many emails and how many chats I've started asking the community, nobody's really helped me try to figure that out. Burpee Yoga Uncle, there was like a thread to do a live stream, and maybe live streaming would fix the problem, but I've done like 4, nothing's fixed. Why is this not working? Alright, we'll see if this goes. Anyway, that was kind of off topic, but so far, this is pretty dope. So when it's bent, it comes up to my thigh, so that's great. So just don't strain your leg or the damn thing almost comes off. So, I'm excited to test this out. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going to US Cryotherapy. Tom, if you watch this, can I please come into US Cryotherapy and do a video? I think he'll let me. But I would love to do a direct comparison between the two. I think it's going to be a great video. Speaking of other great videos, let me turn this off just in case. I don't want it like coming on in the middle of it. So that's the Compex Ayre. I think it's pretty awesome. Again, it's pricey. Even though it's half the price of Normatec Pulse, it's still pretty pricey. So the only people that it's for are 1, that have the money. 2, you got a sponsorship. 3, you're a serious athlete and you're willing to invest into your body. This is a great investment. So speaking of other videos and other products, boom, I've got this, the Recover Fun. Now, when I did that the Theragun versus Hyperice, I started getting so many requests from like the Chinese knockoff brands to do huge review videos on their massage guns. Like I said before, you're more than welcome to send me your product, but there's no guarantees I'm going to do a review on it. Well, this company, Recover Fun, reached out and they sent me a gun, and I said, hey, I probably won't do a video. I've already done a video, but you're more than welcome to send the product if it's any good. Here it is. So, very prototypical massage gun footprint, right? It's literally the exact same thing as a Hyperice with a different design up top. Same battery mechanism is exactly the same. It gives you the same the same hours of usage, I believe. I'm pretty sure. It comes with 6 different heads, which is nice. We got kind of like a softer foam bulb, a much softer, like not as bulbous. I don't even know what to call this, but this is almost like a racquetball that's been cut in half and it's empty, so it's very squishy. We've got a hard plastic bumpy nub head thingy, the like trigger point one, the thumb tip that gets in there nice and deep, the hard foam tip right here, and then the ever popular fork. So, man, I wish they would put a chisel, like from Theragun. Theragun had the chisel. I wish they would put that in here. Comes with the charger. Comes with replacement O-rings for your attachments. So let's put one in here. Pretty simple. Just shove it in there. Turn it on. It's got 5 different speeds, which is kind of dope. So it can go from really slow to pretty darn fast. Takes a second for it to speed up. It has a 13 millimeter travel on it. Theragun had 16 millimeters. Pretty sure that's correct. This isn't 13, maybe it's 12. I can't remember. But I continually have people get hung up on millimeters of travel, like it makes a difference. How do I explain this? So, if my gun is stationary and this is 12 millimeters and I use a Theragun and it's 16 millimeters, it's probably touching the pad, right? And so they infer that because it has deeper travel, it has a greater travel, that it can get deeper into the tissue. Well, that's true if I don't put any extra pressure into the tissue. Literally, I can make up 4 millimeters, that much, just by pushing just a little bit harder into the gun, and that amount of pressure isn't gonna just burn out the motor. So, if you're looking for a massage gun, millimeters of travel shouldn't be your priority. It's kind of a moot, what's the word? Feature. Jeez, Brandon. It's kind of a moot feature. It doesn't really matter. All right, so here's the deal. The reason I'm talking about this is I kind of had, not an epiphany, but I had an idea. This one comes in at, I think, 150 bucks. That's half the Hyper Ice, the Hypervolt, and it's a quarter of the price of Theragun. They all kind of do the same thing. I know that I recommended the Hypervolt because I like the footprint. Well, now this has got the same footprint, and it's half the cost. Doesn't come with an extra battery, so you'd have to buy that. But then I went on to Amazon. I was like, all right, if this is 150 bucks, what's like the most ultimate cheap option I can get? Insert this. So I bought this gun. Similar footprint. What do we have on here? Lightweight and Portanol. So this is the Chinese knockoff stuff. You can't see this, but instead of it saying portable, it says Portanol. Portanole. Portanol. Spell check. Portable. Unique. Quite, instead of quiet. Glide technology. Powerful rechargeable lithium ion battery. Multi-gear adjustable. Percussion massage gun. Joy Life Feel. That's the company name. Joy Life Feel. Joy Life Feel. Joy Life. Joy and Life and Feel is the actual name. So when we open it up, what do we get? We get a case. This is a little bit bigger than this case. Let's pop this bad boy open. I've never opened this yet. I waited until now. As you can see, everything's still wrapped in cellophane. Things are all over the place. Well, that's new. That's like an actual thumb. Interesting. All hard plastic except for this, the hard styrofoam guy. Oh, we got like a dagger here, like a hazard cone. Again, they're all plastic. We've got our charger. So these are all meant to stand up, but if you do that, I guess it fits. They gave you some extra bushings. So I guess that goes in there. It's just not that great. The inside of this case, kind of shitty. So this was 40 bucks. So here's my thought. If they're all pretty much the same design, same feature set, same accessories, you could buy 15 of these to equal one Theragun. So I want to do a bunch of comparisons and tests and go, hey, is it worth it to buy this at 40 bucks? And when it breaks, because it's cheaper, it's cheap, it's more cheaply made, do I just get another one of these and it's going to last me 2 months and then I get another one? Like, is it worth buying a Theragun, or is it worth buying 15 of these essentially? So let's power this on. Still, same battery. Oh, not removable. Okay, so there's one thing. It's not nearly as packable unless one of these, oh, wait a sec. So on the hypervolt, right? That's how you release the battery. Nope, no battery releasing. So this is permanently stuck in there. So this whole lightweight and portable, knocking on. I love the LED though, that's bright. So you can't take the battery out, there's one thing. You get an actual LED on the back display here. With 20 levels of adjustment, but that's weak. And it's touch, it's not a button, it's very sensitive. Or it was. Yeah, it's pretty sensitive. Okay, so 60, does that mean the session length? So you can only turn it on and adjust the speed. That's a really small millimeter of travel. Again, I don't think it really matters. But here's the thing. Oh man, I gotta turn this on. Bear with me. So this only has 5, but much more powerful and much faster. So here's the other thing, like we're talking about like actual counter irritation here, right? Like I'm using this, the faster I go, the less of a difference between percussions per minute, right? Like some of those had like 3,200, some had 2,800. This is so slow, even at its highest setting, that's gonna be noticeable. And you're not gonna get an appropriate level of like counter irritation. This feels good. This feels weird. How do I put it? Like it's not fast enough. It gets in there, but I feel like I'm gonna burn the motor out. And it's really light. This is really light, which is nice. But again, it's not going as fast as this, and this doesn't feel as powerful as the Theragun or the Hypervolt. It's nice. Oh. But this isn't doing it for me. I'm kind of disappointed already. But, again, the big question is it worth it to buy one of these, even though you're not getting nearly the same features? You're not getting a portable grip. Maybe I just have to buy a different one. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I have to go on and buy 10 different super cheapies and see how they compare. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll buy like 5 or 6 other units because I don't have 400 bucks on me. But maybe I'll buy like 5 or 6 other units. DJ, what's up? I just got the Theragun Elite a couple of weeks back. DJN, how do you like it? Hit me up, let me know. I really like the Theragun Pro. I was really lucky. So I go to that recovery place, the US Cryotherapy. My buddy Tom, his just broke, so I ended up giving him mine. I tend to give away a lot of this stuff. And just FYI, my dad already claimed this one, but I'm gonna buy a few more of these, I think, to compare. I'll give the ones worth giving away. This one I don't think is worth it yet. Anyway, Seems good, powerful, but don't have anything to compare it against, though. Well, I'm going to let you in. So, one of the things we're going to be doing is I was sent this one by Recover Fun, and so far it's great. It feels just like the Hypervolt, maybe not as powerful, but very, very similar. And it's about 150, 160 bucks. So on the more budget end of massage guns when comparing Theragun and Hyperice. This one, however, was $40. Like super cheap. So my thought is like, at 40 bucks, is it worth 15 Theragun Pros? Because that's how many of these you could buy to equal a Theragun Pro. I don't know about Theragun Elite. What I'm finding is that there's less and less difference until you get this cheap. So I think you did a great job of getting the Theragun Elite instead of the Theragun Pro. You probably saved yourself a lot of money. I know, 40 bucks. But I think there's probably other $40, $30, $50 guns that have more features than this and are better. So I'm going to do a little more research, grab 4 or 5 more units, and then compare them against all the big ones. And we're gonna definitively see if the super cheap gun is better than the super expensive one. And I'm a huge like tech person, product person. You know, in my experience, you get what you pay for. So even though these are really tempting, especially if you're on a budget, then do what you got to do. But 9 times out of 10, these things break. They have shitty customer service. There's no way to like get your money back on something. And it seems like they always break one day after your 30-day warranty runs up. So we're going to be doing some huge fun comparisons with that. So that's an upcoming video. We got the Compex Ayre versus the Normatec Pulse. That's going to be another big one. That should be a cool video. There's so many cheap ones on Amazon. Exactly. So that's the other thing. Is like, how do I know? Like, so I'm going to try to find 5 or 6 of these really cheap ones, all with different features, stuff like that, and see if I can pin down one. Because I would love to find a $40 gun that I can recommend, right? Because 300 bucks, 600 bucks, that's so much money. I don't have a lot of money, and products like this, you know, I'm really lucky that somebody would send me that. But I don't know about you, man. I don't have $600 lying around that I can just drop on a gun. Some people do. I don't. So it'd be really cool to find like a really good, super budget alternative, and that's what I hope to do. So far, I am not impressed though. Not by this one anyway. If this company would have hit me up and sent me this, I'd have just shipped it back to them. I don't think I'll even give this one away. Who knows? We'll see. Alright, so there's that. Let's see. Let me take this off. Also, got a dope product that I bought with my own money because I've used them in the past, and such a big difference. One of the videos I want to make is on sleep, because sleep is so important for recovery. And so I want to do like products that are going to benefit your sleep, and one of them that I just bought a couple weeks ago, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks ago, is the Chili Pad. Me and my girlfriend have the Uller, which is kind of like the upgrade, but essentially the Chili Pad allows you to super cool your bed or heat it up. But if you're like me, I run like a freaking inferno at night. I am just a compact little heater, and so I have to really drop the temperature, and dropping it with your air conditioning can get kind of pricey. The Chili Pad unit itself was kind of pricey, but oh my gosh, dude, it makes sleep so much better. The Uller's even better because you can like set a schedule. The Chili Pad, I've got a budget too. I couldn't afford it. But the Chili Pad, just turn it on. It'll get all the way down to 55 degrees. But I would really like to do like products that help sleep, because I think it's super important. So look for that. Let's see. Yeah, true, Theragun are well overpriced for what it really is. I mean, maybe they have the better warranty, and the big thing is like no buyer's remorse, right? Me personally, I think Theragun is making awesome products, and I think the one that you bought is kind of the sweet spot. I think, yes, it's a premium price, but you're going to get really good customer service, and you've got a great warranty. It's like a 2-year warranty on that thing. So I think you're solid. I think it's a gun that you're not going to have to replace, whereas some of these others you might. I think you get what you pay for, and the Theragun is justified. Theragun Pro at double that, $600. I can't recommend it. I don't think it's nearly good enough to recommend unless you're a professional that's going to use the shit out of it, because it will take a beating. So maybe in that regard, it is worth it. But unless you've got your own practice and you've got like a chiropractic spot or a massage therapist, physical therapist, a physiotherapist, those are the people that should be buying that one. Again, I was super lucky and I didn't have to pay for it. And that's why I gave it away, and it doesn't really matter. And that's also why I gave away the Hypervolt. So right now all I have are these cheapy Chinese knockoffs. Quality's good, but they're just basically a good drill. True, right? Like, you can actually buy adapters for, what are they, roto saws, and that you can literally buy like a massage gun adapter for those saws and get after it. The one thing you're gonna notice is horrible noise. Like, you couldn't use that in your house. You would wake everybody up and just disturb everybody. So it's you can go the ultra budget route, but with that ultra budget route, you're giving up some things. So like with that one, I'm giving up, honestly, just kind of like usability. One, the battery is not removable, and it was so slow that I couldn't. It just never got it didn't feel that good. See, yeah, I seen those adapter kits. I watched your Theragun video before I bought mine. Cool. I hope it helped. That's the whole point of me doing the reviews. I've got a bunch of other videos, but these reviews seem to do far better than the other ones, and I really like tech and fitnessy tech stuff, and that's why I do it. But the main thing is you watch something like an MKBHD or Unbox Therapy. They've got millions and millions of viewers, and they get sent this product, and they're making a lot of money. Their budgets are really high. They don't think, it's kind of interesting. My girlfriend is super successful in the nutrition world, and they send her so much food and snacks and nutritional items that you start to devalue those things because they're just so readily available. I hope that doesn't happen to me with products like this. People reach out and send me a product. I don't ever want to devalue it. But when you watch those gear reviews, they don't really, I don't know how much they can connect with common man that has a budget. So for me, the reason I started doing these is, like, if you're going to pay a premium, and I do think premium products are the things you should buy, or as premium as you can afford. But that's hard-earned money, and I don't want you feeling bad about spending that hard-earned money. So I make these videos. I think it's awesome that you watched this video before you got yours, and I hope it gave you some sense of confidence and be like, hey, I'm making the right decision, and I don't feel I wasted money. It's also one of the reasons why I take these reviews seriously. So everything is my honest opinion. If you've watched the Compex video, as I said before, I've been associated and worked with Compex for over 10 years, and I critiqued them pretty damn harshly when I did the Compex versus PowerDot. So it's really important to me that companies step up and make great products, especially if they're going to charge you, a premium price. So thanks for your support. I hope it helped. If you got any questions, you're more than welcome to ask, since you are literally the sole person on here besides me. You are the man. I wish I had something for you other than praises and well wishes. Let's see. So review videos we're going to be doing probably more of those. Those seem to go over well. But there are other videos on mental health, things like that, a little more, what's the word, esoteric, a little more out there, not just these. I love these, but I still got to make videos that make me happy and help people on an emotional level other than just gear reviews. Let's see. Oh, that was me. That's what I wrote. Bum, bum, bum. That is about all I have. Unless you have a question, man. How long has this been going for? Will this give me a time? LOL. I just thought I would check what you were reviewing today. I'll check out some of your videos. I get bad neck pain. Neck pain? So you have a video on neck pain, so I'll check it out. Definitely check it out. What happened? Is it an injury or is it just like chronic use? Yeah. Is it like actual disc on disc compression, bulging disc, herniated disc, something like that? Or is it like constant soreness and inflammation? If so, I would look into upper body or upper crossed syndrome, upper crossed impingement, movement impingement syndrome. I forget the name. But essentially, like right now, you see me leaning over and we all have this horrible, just wear and tear, I think, always sore. Okay, so if you're looking at me right now, I've got this horrible posture, sitting, shoulders forward. This creates some problems. Shoulders start to roll forward. They start to, these tissues like your pecs, anterior deltoid, they start getting really short, really brittle. We need to open that up. We got to get stronger back here. So I think, one, improving those posterior chain muscles, doing some self-myofascial release on your pecs. So check out the Fix Yourself playlist on my channel. Lots of mobility. Think release this with some smashes and stuff. Get stronger back here. Yeah, we all do, man. It's not, but you can kind of like fix it. And the second thing is when we do overhead movements, right, up here or like abduction, we tend to use this upper trap more than we should. We should be, even though we're reaching up, our scapula should be pulling everything down. Our lower trap should be engaging. So when these upper traps do too much, puts a lot of strain on the neck. So it could be some of that. Maybe you said wear and tear, something like that. But check out those videos. So go to the Fix Yourself playlist on my channel, and then check out like the pec smashes, the upper body shoulder ones. If you follow me on Instagram, there's a highlight for this exact condition, this upper body cross syndrome. So check that out. But that sucks. Neck pain blows. When I first started doing jiu-jitsu, I get stingers all the time. I never did wrestling or anything like that, so I had a weak neck, and I had to get it stronger. But for those first few months, it blew. Sounds about right. Kyle was telling me something about my posture. Yeah. So, one, nobody's posture is perfect, and there are studies that show like trying to get to that perfect posture or tucking your chin and doing all that is not all that great for you. But and then check out the video YTW on there. The YTWs will help with your posture, getting you a little more erect, pulling those scapulas back. So watch that. When I do these, this is how I sit. It just makes that posture worse. So anyway, yeah, man, you're not alone. Time is it? 12:40. Oh, so we've been going at this for like 40 minutes. I think if you're cool with it, I'm going to end it unless you have other questions. I will stay on here as long as you need me to answer your questions. I think we'll let you go. I'll watch the videos. Sounds good. It was good to have you. Thanks for the support. I will catch you later. I guess that ends the live stream. Peace. Oh, I guess I got to turn it off. All right, we'll see ya.